Hi, no energy. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon po.
Monday na may sus. Judgment. Okay, anyway, so I will be doing our first lab discussion, first pre-lab discussion in microbiology, and that's going to be specimen collection. My lecture my lecture notes is already available in your iLearn, or it's already available from your previous batches. Ano yung mga chances, no? With side notes pa. Sige. Side notes di ay ha. Mag-quiz taon niya. Okay, anyway. Again, our topic will be all about specimen collection. And you know what? No, this is a very simple topic. Yes, it's very, very simple because all you need to do is collect specimen. Okay? But take note that even if we collect specimens, sometimes we tend to correctly or incorrectly properly collect the specimen. Okay? Again, very common, most especially sa mga medtechs, because sometimes we're the one that will collect specimen. But most of the time, when you become doctors, will there be instances that you're going to collect specimen? True or false? True, no? Because some specimens can only be collected by physician. Give me an example for that. CSF, no? Hadlokpod kung medtech nurse. Okay? What else? Pap smear? What else? Biopsy? What else? Microbiological specimen. Irisas na natin na. Okay? So again, it's very, very simple procedure. This is just a very simple, understandable topic. But you know what? This is the most neglected one. Why? Because sa sobrang kasimple ng buhaton lang, specimen collection, all you need to do is write the details, light the data, but we tend to not follow that. Is that correct? Especially medtechs. No? When we write the name of the patient, we tend to write initials. Instead of Fritz Von Elia, FVG. Tama ba? Ay, wala ako rin yan. Sorry kayo. Uy ha, mga kakon mo, whatever. Okay, let's start now. Specimen collection, no? It's very important to discuss this topic because at the end of the day, the quality of your specimen that you're going to collect will always be directly proportional to the quality of result. Is that correct? And that will also reflect now on the management towards your patient. No? Kung pangit ang specimen, pangit ang resulta, sakto ba ito management sa patient? Of course not. No? This will be a different aspect na lahi-lahi. That's why we need to properly collect your specimen. And this will be the most important or first topic in microbiology. At the end of this lecture, the students are able to learn the safety consideration and general guidelines for your specimen, identify the different transport system, determine the criteria for specimen acceptability, and know the standard specimen collection procedure because we will try to discuss each of these specimen. Okay? Sige. Dili siya annoying. Annoying? Dili man. Sige. Safety consideration. The first one is follow the standard precaution guidelines. Okay? Ano ba ang standard precaution guidelines? What is the standard precaution guidelines? Oh, sige. Kinsa mga medtech diri? Asa ako mga estudyante diri? Asa sila mga SPC? Taas kamot. Asa? Hala, wala. Sure jud ko na ako mga estudyante diri. Ay kabala ka estudyante tamo sa UIC kumanawag. Asa ang UIC diri? Wala UIC diri? Naaga hapon tulo. Okay kaayo to si Kuan. Ito yung mga dito. Si itong lalaki, Jason ba to?
John Mike.
Dito dyan. Basta UIC to siya. Basta John or Kent. Ay, dapat ito yung Kent. Basta lalaki to. O, asa, kasi mga medtech day dire. Okay, sa yung medtech dire ka. Estudyante taga. Asa medtech dire. Asa ang medtech na UIC dire. Ay, kabala ka. Team man ta, SPC man ta. O, asa UIC. Team man ta, kabala ka. Ay, na. Ilong-ilong, yung maglarong ko. Kanina na po dire ka. Kailan mo ka-book UIC dire? Oh, nagtapo pa dyan. Ano sa manuoy? Muli ay ha? Tandaan na to niya. Ikabala ka sa inyo ha. Anyway, let's go back here. Standard precaution and your universal precaution. These are two important concepts here. Okay? Pag sinabi natin, sino mas better? Universal or your standard? Of course, kasi nga, siya ang i-follow. Okay? Follow the precaution, standard precaution. Bakit? Why the standard and why not the universal? Bakit kaya? Kasi nga, take note before, they're just thinking that infection can only be taken from bloody specimen. So any bloody containing substances, they think that that is infectious. That's why the creation of your universal guidelines. Okay? However, will you agree with me that not all bloody specimen might also may be a source of infection? Yes, there are other specimens, no, na might not contain any blood or not be a blood, but can be a source of infection. Okay? Thus, the creation of your standard guidelines. Okay? Because in your standard precaution guidelines states that you have to treat all specimens, regardless of the presence of blood, as infectious. Are we clear of that? Okay, sige. Number 2, use appropriate barrier protection, gloves, gown when collecting or handling specimen. Okay, this is very understandable. I don't have to explain that. Number 3, do not contaminate the external surface of the collection container and or accompanying paperwork. Very understandable because that would be a source of infection. Okay, number 4, minimize direct handling of the specimen in transit. Use plastic sealable bags with a separate pouch for paperwork. Again, very understandable. Whatever. General guidelines. General guidelines na tayo for specimen collection. So, again, later on, isa-isahin natin yan. But for now, let's just check for the general guidelines for specimen. Okay? Collect specimen before administering your antimicrobial agents when possible. Why? That's the point. Because kung tigaan na itong antibiotic, mag-collect na tag specimen, then that would result into a possible false negative result. Okay? That's why sometimes, before, when we're clerks, when we ask to do blood culture or every other collection of specimen, we have to take note, check na mo sa drug list kung natigaan na mag-antibiotic. Because, again, we have to take note that, may antibiotic na pala siya. Because, if the result is negative, then that might not be conclusive at all. That's why you have to take note. And again, the best way to collect specimen is before giving your antibiotics. Okay? Number 2, collect specimen with as little contamination from your normal flora. Kasi nga alam natin yung katawan natin, we have your normal flora. Okay? Tapos na ba nag-discuss natin mga normal flora? Ay, wala pa. Sa host para sa next week ata na. And again, utilize appropriate collection devices, sterile equipment, and your aseptic technique to collect specimen. Are you all familiar with this one? Yes or no? No? May pads, may mga swab, and you have your sterile container. No? Are you familiar with this one? This is the one that you have submitted. Tama ba? Yes. No? And I remember my students, 4 sila, nag-submit stool sample. Parehas na dark brown soft, dark brown soft, dark brown soft. All of them are also positive for ascaris. Perfect, kaya lang pangayuan. Nag-share, good no? Bahala, kitang bala ng upat. Bahala, sure. Deserve ninyo na. Bahala mo. Nag-share po mo, no? Sakpan na ron. May untag di positive. Okay, next, all swabs are to be kept moist in a transport medium after specimen is being collected. Why moist? Because not dry. Why moist? Bakit moist? Because again, the organism will thrive to a moist environment. No, mas mag-grow sila in comparison to a dry environment. Okay? Clearly label the specimen container. Again, this is very important. Clearly label the specimen. What should be written on the labels of your specimen? Give me one. Name. Very good. Next. Date. Very good. Next.
Time of collection.
Time of collection. Next. Name. Date. Time of collection. Age of the patient. Next.
Specimen source.
Specimen source. Next.
yung kanyang hospital number daw.
Oh, hospital number. Oh, social, sorry gang. Pwede po, identifier, patient identifier. Isa pa, next.
Gender.
Gender or?
Sex.
How many times a day? Gado talaga. Okay, of course, the sex, no? Name, age, sex, gender, date, and time of collection, the type of specimen, and some hospital identifiers. You can do that, okay? Again, no, very important kaayo ni yung label the specimen. Kasi nga, I remember, before, di ba, when we do your urinalysis, before I proceed to medicine, nagtrabaho pa ko, and then, tawag na, sa urinalysis, yung tawag na urinalysis, siya urinalysis, anong department yan? Urine para? Clean mic, clinical. Hindi ko bilog. Di ba na yung mag-submit ko sila, healthier, bata na babae, for a teenager, and then older one. Okay, so nag-submit sila urine. O ako, putang lang, pasa dali, 1 and 2. Og nakalimot ko kinsa si 1 ug si 2. Ang patay. So, right ko, I tested. One will have UTI, the other one is healthy. Limpyo lang, okay ra. So, here's the thing. Feeling na ko ang tigulang ang UTI. Ang bata, siguro okay na to siya. So, should I release the result? Did I release the result? Yes. Judge yun! Ano yung tanaw sa kuha? First time pa ko na klase ninyo. Wala yung tawon, oy, mga bastos kayo mo. Judge. Of course not! Ako din mag-watch yung grado, ha? I did not release the result, mga judge. May pasabi ka section. No, Doc. Mga liar pa siguro to. Anyway, I of course did not. So what would be my next step now? Recollect. So naabot ang pasyente tigulang. Uy, pasa naman po ko. Ma'am, additional test. Nala ko i-confirm. Patay. Of course, wala tayong choice. But is that scenario preventable? Yes. Kung nag-follow lang po sa proper way of writing your names. So in short, sa ako din yung siya na lesson. Para sa ako. Okay? Whatever. Okay, next, identify the specimen source. Tama to kanina, no? You have to identify the specimen source or the specific site. And take note, transport all specimens to the laboratory promptly. As soon as possible. Okay? Di na mag-chika-chika pa sa mga word. Okay, transport system. Please take note that every type of specimen will have their own transport system. Meaning to say, saan natin siya ilalagay so that we can transfer it to the laboratory. For example, some of your anaerobic or aerobic specimen, you can produce that in your swab. You can collect that via swab. Your male urethra, you can use your swab mini tip. Your urine, sputum, biopsy, or even your stool, you can use a sterile screw cap cup. No, katong pula na itong ginagamit ninyo in-submit. Okay? And then you will have your sterile fluids here, different sterile fluids such as your CSF, pleural fluid, parietal fluid, whatever fluid, you put that on a sterile fluids. Okay? Sige lang, along the way in your microbiology, you will be able to encounter this one with your discussions. Okay? Mga basic system lang yan. Specimen acceptability. This is the reason why the specimen will not be accepted in the laboratory. Okay? Number 1, unlabeled specimen. Okay? Dili sakto. Pero gibuhat din ako to. Leaking container, prolonged transport, non-sterile container, no date and time of collection. Very understandable. Okay, next one. Anaerobic culture or unsuitable specimen, dili sakto imong gigamit to collect your culture sample. Specimen unsuitable for request, quantity not sufficient. Very understandable. Next, let's proceed with your standard precaution guidelines. Okay? Take note of this one. We will try to discuss each of these specimen. We will start first with your blood. Okay? Blood. In terms of microbiology, bakit tayo nang kukuha ng blood? Anong test natin require natin? Culture. Very good. In terms of microbiology, natin hematology, CBC, hematology. But again, our concern here is microbiology for blood, therefore we do culture. What's the meaning of culture? What is culture? Saan ang culture? Indian culture? Filipino culture? What is a culture? Anong purpose ng culture? To To isolate, to grow the organism. So you have to grow the organism, then after growing, you have to identify, isolate, so that you will know the etiologic agent. Okay, that's the purpose now of your culture. Now, we can do different culture in different samples. But for this one, we can do blood culture. In blood culture, you will be using your blood culture bottle. Ito yung tinatawag natin na blood culture bottle. And the fluid here is now your media, no? To grow the organism. Okay? Take note of this one. Most cases of bacteremia are detected by using 2 to 3 separately collected blood cultures. Again, how many numbers must be collected in terms of blood culture bottles? 2 to 3. Usually, minimum of 2, maximum of 3. Because why not 1? Bakit hindi pwedeng isa lang? Bakit hindi pwedeng isa lang? For contaminated? Confirmatory? Pwede. You have the point. Pwede siya. But for 1, because you may miss a possible intermittent bacteremia. No? If you're just using 1, pwedeng hindi ka makadetect ng intermittent bacteremia. Kung dalawa, pwede yung i-confirm if contamination siya. If dalawa sila iba-iba, most likely contamination. Okay? But dalawa sila and then the same, most likely that is already a true positive. Okay? That's the purpose. Why not more than 3? Kukuha ako 4 blood culture bottle. OA kayo. Alay-lay ba suminggang? Aside from OA kayo, that's correct, OA kayo. Inconvenient for the patient, aside from that. Expensive, aside from that. Mahal, tagpila gini blood culture? Medtech, tagpila ni. Okay, labot, chemotest naman ko. O yun talaga ang presyo, no? Tagpila gini meron? Or libo-libo ni siya, for sure. Oh, why? Why not more than 3? 4 kukolektahin ko. Blood loss, ang limit ng pasyente, nahurot na. Nag-donate na lang siya blood. Ay, donate na lang siya. Bakit? Ihirap i-keep track? Because it will not give you additional information about the patient. Okay? So it's useless. Okay? That's why 2 to 3 is enough already. Okay? Please take note that when you collect blood culture sample, you have to label the site, specific site, left or right. Okay? Kung saan na site na area, left or right. Dili pwedeng same site. Again, different site dapat siya. Okay? Left and right. Okay? Bakit different site? Bakit different site? Oh, bakit different side? Okay, patay na itong pasyente. Dugay kayo nakakuha ang medtech. Ay, doktor di ay, kamuha mo kuha. Patay na taha, isa na kapasyente na napatay. Pero dagan-dagan patay mapatay ang meron. Why? Oh, that will be your assignment. Okay. Adult, take note of this one. What will be our ideal blood volume when you collect? It's gonna be 20 ml. Take note of this one, ha? Ideal blood volume for adult, that's gonna be 20 ml. But again, ha, I am sharing here the general guidelines. When you work in the hospital, kung mga trabaho dati, or even you become clerks because you're doing the one that will be collecting samples later on, it will always depend now on the hospital or laboratory protocol. And or, kung unsa ang bottle na ginagamit niyo. Some bottle will only require 5 ml. Some bottle will only require 10 ml. That will depend. But for now, so that we will have the same idea and based on the guideline, what will be our ideal volume? 20 ml. Again, ha? 20 ml. Okay? But for pediatric patient, that will be different. That will be based on the weight of the patient. Okay? Sige, na siya. 1, 2, 6, 10. O, ayan na yung maray sa akin. Yun na importante. Ayan ba sa ideal 20? Ha? So, na tayo 1 point sa exam. Eh, talaga ng Diyos. Okay, sige. Blood culture bottle. Sige, sino nakatrabaho dire as medtech? I want you to share your experience to us. Oh, wala kang may katrabaho, Doc. Ay, Doc, online man mi. Oh, ayaw kong ilaragam. Okay, sige na, share your ideas. Sige na, good. Para ma-share niyo mo ang knowledge niyo sa uban. Sige, who would like to share? Who would like to share? All medtech stand up. Ang last medtech na mutindog siya ang explain. Hala ka doon! Hala! Oh my God! Hala ka doon! Hala! Lingawa ko eh! Paspasan na katindog ko eh! Hala, I'm amazed! Ang dami medtech, no? Okay, ha? Amazing! Amazing kayo mo, ha? Paspasan na katindog. Kaysa yung medtech na wala tindog dire. Wala na yung tindog tanan. Oh, medtech? Sige, nakatrabaho ka dati? Oh, nakatrabaho! Nakakolek ka blood culture, di ba? Nakakolek ka na. Oh, sige, sit down, everyone. We have our representative. Very good! From what school? Okay, very good. Asa yung IC dara? SPC, oh. SPC, oh. Tapos sunod dara. Anang UIC mo, comment mo sa ilang i-share. Kamu mo, ay, mali na. Sige. How do you perform blood culture collection? Ano ginagawa natin?
Namin yung request for blood culture, 2 sites or
Where two sides sila usually?
usually 2 sites. So, ay, wala ko sa, mas dali man sa kamot, so sa left o right na arm, tapos isa pa na mag-disinfect na alcohol, betadine, alcohol.
Alcohol, betadine, alcohol. Okay, next.
Tapos mag-collect. Tapos sa blood culture na battle kay sa disinfect sa alcohol, betadine, alcohol.
Okay, so remember that this is your blood culture, may plastic dyan. Okay? Remove niyo mo ng plastic. That will be exposing na the rubber. Di ba may gray rubber dyan? Yan na yung dinisinfect mo. Yan yung, dyan ka magdi-disinfect sa gray rubber na tinanggal mo ng plastic. And then afterwards,
Ibalik yung plastic tapos itik.
inject.
Ay!
Inject.
Inject,
And then,
tapos
susunod na mo ang
atong
blood. Blood, and then you
atong plastic.
plastic
Tapos
bags.
itik.
Then submit na lang. Okay, let's give him a round of applause. Ay, very good, very good. Lawak yun mo. Ako na yung picture dere ha. Sa pilili mo gam. Sakot na ka gam. Very good, that's correct. Now let's give him a round of applause. Very good. Okay. Asang UIC dere? Asang UIC dere? Alam na mo na. Okay, very good. Okay? So again, take note of this one. Tama ko yung i-explain. Andere. This is your blood culture bottle. Dito siya istulod. And then again, this one. No? Syringe. I-transfer the ring. But before that, di ba nag-inject ka sa patient nimo? Ang katong needle na gigamit nimo, dili na siya ang maong ipang-inject nimo. You use another needle, and then you inject it here. So bagong needle na ni siya. Because contaminated naman itong itusok sa patient. Sabtan. And take note, you will be doing this one. Pagpahimo na mong clerk someday. No? I've seen before, nag-PGI ko, mga clerks, mga IMD, mga Indian, wala, pinut lang, gunit, disinfect, gulit-gulit yung kamot. Uy, patay taan eh. Again, you have to follow the aseptic technique always. Okay? And then again, this is another system here. This is now your butterfly system. No? And then, what is here? Inject lang dito eh. Diretso na siya tusok dito. Which is better, the A or the B? A or B? A! A, of course, because less contamination. Okay? So, mas better ni siyang A. Okay? Sige lang, you will have the experience of that when you do your clerks. Promise. Kamu na, remember SPMC? Magpila, sa tanan sa inyo dito. Kaya mag-start make connection sa mga, for example, pediatric patient, pinunod siya ko na. Nag-start make mga totoong oras, alas 8 sa buntag. Hangtod alauna, wa pa may nahuman. Nagsunod sila, pa-inject ka na yung pakuhag mga sample. Kaya po sa newborn, sa niko nila. Kaingon juga factory sa mga bata dito. Asin ko, nagulog-bulog. Talaga, nag-start akong duty, magkuha ng blood culture. Nahuman akong duty, wapa ko na mag-blood culture battle. O collection, sa kadaghan dyan. As in. So, laban kaya pa? Magpadayon taan eh? Pwede pa namukit. Sige pa lang. Sige, kaya? Kaya? Kaya mo tap. Sige lang. And I also remember some of my experience here before. Tama itong giingon ni, si Joshua? James. Joshua. Si James. You have to properly label. You know? I remember that. I did not, my friends kami, I was still a clerk at that time sa Iloilo. Sa Iloilo graduate mo ko. Fourth year siya, fourth year mi ato, tapos sometimes magod na nagka-partner me, for example siya, bio siya, ako, medtech. So nagka-partner para magtabangay. Okay? Again, no, purpose man sa clerkship is magtabangay yun mo, even if unsa pa yung mga courses, because you will really learn from them also. So lahi man mong skills and all, nasa house laan, mapatabang ka and all. So medyo nag-research yung collection of blood, venipuncture for blood culture. So napatabang sa ko, ay okay, kaya na, medtech ko. 1 year experience. Biro kayo. Of course, kulang kami. Dali, kaya na siya. Dalawa na ako siya. Ganito pag-collect and all. O sa dihang, pag-submit niya sa laboratory, wala niya gibutang site, right or left. O di, dyan mo dawat ang laboratory. Doon ko dito, ma'am, sure ko right ni. Ma'am, sure ko left ni. Wala, ko palo. Pero no, hindi ko sila mo dawat. Why? Again, really sila sure if it's really a different science. And that is the protocol of the laboratory. So what happens is that? Pre-collect. Naalit to yung lula sa bata. And the pediatric patient is for blood transfusion. So kuhaan pa lang mong dugo. No! Blood transfusion na gani. Natong lula, nasulod mi. Nag-ano naman ka mo dihaw? Ay, lunggo man, lunggo. Kinaano niyo ng patient ko ha? Ma'am, nibang din na mo additional test kung sa dihang naabot ang consultant. Dok, sorry po, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so as a gift to us, 1 week extension. Anang nitabang lang manunta ko. Urag wala din na kayo sala, gibuhat. Pero you know what, is it a preventable one? Yes. Ang lesson learned na ni Junato, no? Do not help. Mali. For me, you know, di ba? Wala ko natabang pa. Naka 1 week na. Kaya ang point ato is properly label. Whatever. Lagot yun, ba ako tabang. Hindi ko kalimot sa akong kauban. Bahala siya. Nagutot yun ato eh. Anyway, so again ha, proper point lamang yun ato is label properly. No? Anyway, wala na to gipakuha gyud gipausab og kuha ang patient, ang doctor na explain na it's really 2 sides. Diba? Pag doktor na okay sila, pag clerk, di gid sila sugot, whatever. Anyway, we're done with the blood. We will proceed with other body fluids, no, except your blood, CSF, and urine. So we're referring here to other sterile fluids. So again, ang procedure lang man is that you will do a septic technique always, no? Ala lang. And then here, what is the fluid being collected here? Ano? Synovial. What's the fluid here? Boy, hindi ka sure. What's the fluid here? Pericardial fluid. What's the fluid here collected? Peritoneal fluid or acidic fluid. What's the fluid here? Pleural fluid. What is your landmark, anatomic landmark for collection? It could be lateral, it could be medial on the joint part of your side of your patella. This one, what's your landmark, anatomic landmark for collection of your pericardiocentesis? Asa ka magkuha, anatomy. O, patay na itong pasyente, kaduhan na. Kaduhan na ito napatay. Nagtusok na tayo yung dali. Uy, asa. Where's your anatomic landmark for pericardiocentesis? Right, left, sternal, margin. Left. What ICS? Usually, 5 to 6 ICS. Okay? Here, this is now your paracentesis. What is your atomic landmark for collection? Below umbilicus. Sige, tas lang ng X-ray. Pero tama, no? 2 cm below umbilicus or 4 to 5 cm superomedial to your ACs. Okay? Here, what is your landmark? What is the procedure called here? Thoracosynthesis. What is now your atomic landmark? Saan ka kukuha? Uy, yung anatomy. Patay taan lang. Mid-axillary to posterior axillary, pero saan banda? What ICS? 8 ICS. Usually 8, 7, 8, 9. Or usually 8 ICS. Again ha, please remember that landmarks. Not always, ugawa kita sa inyong board exam. All the time. Okay? Very basic. Okay? Please remember those one. Okay. Let's proceed now with your CSF. Okay? Insert the needle L3, L4, L4, L5. Again, that's gonna be for adult. Bakit sa L3, L4, L4, L5 tayo tumutusok? For your spinal tap.
Spinal cord.
Spinal cord. Saan nag-i-end ang spinal cord sa adult?
L1.
L1. Usually at the level of L1. How about for children?
L3.
Around L2, L3. But, where do we collect if it's children? L4, L5 to L5 S1. Okay? Again ha, remember those things? No? You will also have the opportunity to collect your samples, no? Pag mag-fourth year po mo. Okay? Pero dili ka mo ang kolektohan. Ang pasyente man, hindi mo kang classmate pagtusok-tusok. Di mo siguro nangyana ka mo eh. So, return demo. Okay, okay ra mo. Okay, laban, bahala dyan mo. Mag-med school, pakahak mo. Okay, take note of this one. So, again, no? Spinal tap using a spinal needle, and then you will collect now in the different tubes. Usually 3 to 4 tubes, no? Please take note that every tube should be properly labeled kung sino yung first tube, sino yung second tube, and sino yung third tube. Why? Because the submission now will be different when it is being processed in the laboratory. Because remember, in the laboratory, you will have different departments as well, right? Diba? Sa laboratory, meron tayong hematology. What is being tested in hematology? The blood. What is the usual test there? CBC, complete blood count. Red blood cell count, WBC cell count. How about your chemistry? What is being tested now in your chemistry? Chemistry. Okay, sige natin sa chemistry. Napatay taan eh. Chemistry. Iron, gold, copper. Di ba mga enzymes, mga analytes, mga... In terms of the CSF, sugar level, glucose level, protein level, no? That is chemistry. The third tube, and microbiology. Now, the first tube must be submitted where? Chem? Micro? Hema? Asa ang first tube, ibutang, medtech? Amoy nag-process, ani, bantay lang dyan, ha? Chemistry. Asa ang second tube? Micro. Asa ang third tube? Why is it that the first tube is chemistry? Hi, welcome to my channel. Why? Bakit chemistry first tube? Why second tube is in microbiology? Why third tube is in third tube is in hematology? Sorry ka. Bakit? Less contamination ang? Ang first tube is chemistry because? Okay, asa ang first tube ilabay? Ay, ilabay. Okay, ilabay na. Asa ang first tube ihatag? Tama na mo. Anong chemistry ang first tube? Ang second tube nga ng microbiome. May sila matanaw sa buang. Busy-busy dahil sulat-sulat. Dahil ko yung love tag, yan ako ko dati. Ano lagi?
Disintegrate or something.
Ano ang third tube ko an? Kinsay recently nag-take board exam sa NEDTEC? Julius, nag-take ka? Wala pa. Wala pa? Mag-take ka ron? Dili na. Safe na ha? Kinsa? Ano? First tube, chemistry. Ang Joshua. Ay, James din. Si Joshua din ay. Ay, si Joshua po din. Estudyante po na ako na. Diba? Estudyante po na ako si Joshua, diba? Diba? Estudyante na ka, Joshua? Student ka. Pero maglabda. Bakit chemistry? Sige, imagine natin. Why would you not prefer microbiology on the first tube? Ayan ang muna. Sige. Bakit kaya sa first tube, ayaw ko sa microbiology ibigay yung first tube? Bakit kaya? Normal flora, contaminants. Because the needle that you're using here, tapos tinusok mo dyan, then that could be a source of possible infection or yung normal flora natin. So therefore, merong mga bacteria sa skin. Okay? That's why the first tube should not be in microbiology. So you prefer it on the second tube kasi nga, less contaminants na. Okay, so safe na ta sa microbiology. Now, how about hematology? Bakit hematology is on the third tube? What will be our clue here? Ano kaya? Bakit? Hematology, you're testing blood. CBC, bakit kaya? Walay blood? Something to do with blood. Why? What will be? Tama itong clue ninyo, blood. Something to do with blood. Ano pala ang blood? Remember, you could always have a traumatic tap. Ibig sabihin ng traumatic tap is that natusok ka, pero pag tusok ni mo, nakahit ka o blood vessel. Then that should not be the proper way of collecting your CSF. Therefore, you expect that it is traumatic, therefore it is bloody. Tama ba? Since it is bloody, you expect more blood on which tube? The first, the second, or the third? First tube, mas bloody ang first tube. Second tube, lesser. Third tube, mas gamay pa. Therefore, the third tube should be in hematology. Okay? Because again, in hematology, you're testing blood count. So, lesser contaminants na ang third tube. Now, the question now, my chemistry. Why first tube ang chemistry? Because even if you have contaminants, like bacteria baka dira, bloody ang sample, it will not interfere with the chemistry test. Nasabtan? Nasabtan na, yes or no? Yes. Okay, first tube should be submitted where? Chemistry. Second tube? Third tube? Okay, fecal specimen. We're done with your CSF. Tapos na tayo sa CSF, other body fluids. No? Next one is your fecal specimen. Have patient obtain stool specimen by one of the following methods. Pass directly into a stereo. Ito yung ginagamit natin, no? Gaano kadami ang stool sample na binibigay natin? P-size, no? Dili puno. Nagapaw-apaw, tabunan pag yun. Ay, makikita itong ulo dyan ay. No? Kapag yun may pasyente dati, abin akong i-appreciate ko. Nagdala siya ice cream. Hello mom, thank you. Pag ina pa dyan ng chocolate flavor. Pag open, ay, tibuok siya, nag-curl pa siya. Whatever, kalagot. Again ha, it should be pea-size lang. Why is it that do not use toilet paper to collect stool? Bakit tayo hindi gumagamit ng toilet paper? Contamination, aside from contamination. Bakit hindi pwedeng toilet paper? Mga debris? Yes, pwede siya no kasi pag mag-check mo artifacts na nasa parasite. But in terms of microbiology, sa micro na part, tama mo to, mag-debris siya kasi mag-artifacts na siya nila pag mag-talk about parasitology, But in terms of microbiology, why you should not use toilet paper to collect the stool? Matanggal?
Ito sa...
Bakit kaya? Because your toilet paper may have antibacterial property. So it will also kill the organism itself. Okay, so if you culture yung mga stool, ginagamit ka o toilet paper, it might kill the organism. Okay? So mukha ko na toilet paper. Okay, antibacterial. Technically, general toilet paper. General toilet paper lang. But mga wet wipes, pwede din. Meron din naman yung antibacterial property. Okay, gastric lavage. Okay, who are nurses here? All nurses na last mutindog will explain. All nurses stand up. Oh, di ba? Paspas tayo. Oh, hindi ka nurse? Nurse ka? Oh, kahit nurse, mag-ilapot ka. Galit na. Oy, nurse ka ka. Mag-ilap na. Okay, sige. Di ba? Paspas yung manindog, no? Yan mo, natin ako. Nakakabat technique na. Okay, take note of this one. Or nurses, tindog sa. You're familiar with NGT tubing, right? You have performed it, correct, Doktora? Uy, yes, uy, naka-perform wala ko eh. Uy, perform na. Wait lang, just sit down sa, just give me 1 minute lang.
Flash out di mo yan? Flash out di mo yan?
Yes, na. Okay.
Gusto mo na pang-clear out mo, burp, if ever.
Pag pag ma-over ka mag-inom ng alcohol, ipump, parang ginapump mo yung, di ba, ganyan yan, ginapump mo yung stomach para ma-clean yung laman ng stomach.
Okay, all nurses, stand up please, stand up all
Pagkandisan
nurses.
ko ha, yung ano.
You're familiar with NGT tubing, yes or no? Uy, yes. Have you performed it? Okay, sige. Sit down, we have a representative. Oh, what's your middle name? What's your surname? Ano name
Yes,
mo?
you hold it.
Joshua? Gio na lang, masalit. Gio,
Huh?
what's the purpose of doing NGT? General lang, idea ni mo. Why do we perform NGT?
Ano po, usually ginabigyan po ng NGT patient po usually if hindi siya capable po mag oral feeding. So one po is para i-assist po yung magbigay ng nutrition pa rin po, pwede bypass yung oral area ng ano. So another po is for yung sa lavage din po para magtanggal po ng mga toxins or kunyari may na-ingest po na poisonous substance yung patient tapos nagpunta na po sa GI tract. So maggamit po ng NGT para para i-suck po out yung poisonous substance.
Okay, that's it. That's correct, no? Wait lang, wala pa nang magat. NGT is generally used for PD, especially for those patients who are at risk of aspiration pneumonia. Kasi nga ayaw natin pakainit kasi nga baka pupunta sa lungs ng patient, no? Therefore, we give feeding NGT. Or, gastric lavage, pampalimpyo, tanggalon ng ugaw. Okay? But in terms of microbiology, what will be the purpose of that? But before that, have you performed NGT?
Yes.
Yes po. Okay, explain to them. Okay, maminaw.
That will be your assignment.
Oh my God!
So first, you introduce yourself to the patient. Competitive mo. Ano po, I'm from San Beda University. Great.
From Merida in Mindoro.
Yes po.
I've been there last 2 weeks ago. we had a convention parang volume.
Yung sa Batangas po.
Sa may law school.
Okay.
Anong name ng volume?
Ano?
Lara All. Ay, Lara ba? Saan ka ba nag-aral?
Ito sa pangalan.
Yes
Yes po.
Sige, sige.
So, yun, introduce yourself to the patient, identify mo, i-confirm mo kung siya talaga yung patient, ask the name, and then introduce yourself, establish rapport. After establishing rapport, mag-provide ka ng privacy mo, so kung kunyari it's a ward or ano, you close the drapes, gano'n. Tapos you prepare your gagamitin mo, which is yun yung nasogastric tube, KY jelly, gloves, and then stethoscope. And then po, ang una mong gawin is you have to wear gloves. After mo mag-clean ng kamay mo, of course, dapat mag-hand wash ka, follow sa technique or clean technique, sorry. Tapos, mag-wear ka ng gloves. Pagka-wear, mag-wear ng gloves.
Measure. How do you measure?
Pag-measure po is, pagkuha mo ng nasogastric tube, kung makikita nyo, di ba meron siyang parang yung red na, yung may end siya na yung parang may red na tip, tapos yung other one is yung parang clear na may hole. So, i-roll mo dito sa hand sa palm mo, yung end na nandun yung parang red na something. Basta yung side na yun, i-roll mo siya, just mag-leave ka lang ng just enough para mag-protrude yung other end, which is nandun yung ano. Pero hindi mo muna ipasok. Yung gawin mo muna is, yung end na yun, yung free end, yung clear na end, from dito sa tip ng nose ng patient, i-run mo siya to the side, towards sa ano, sa earlobe mo, sa on top of your earlobe to the back, tapos i-run mo siya down dito sa xiphoid process mo. Or tama sa xiphoid process mo. So basically, parang ipaganon mo siya dito. Tapos kung ano yung measurement na yun, kung saan siya nag-end, yun yung ipapasok mo. So i-roll mo siya ng ganun kahaba, ilimit mo yung
grabe
haba na
pala.
yun, tapos open mo yung KY jelly mo. Ang purpose nun is to lubricate. Tapos, i-lubricate mo yung at least first 3 to 4 inches ng ano. Pero most especially yung tip. Importante siya na i-lubricate kasi para awake to ang patient, so very uncomfortable siya na Imagine niyo parang lumulunok kayo pero parang from the nose dire-diretso. So
Oh my God.
inform niyo yung patient na uncomfortable talaga yung procedure, and you have to prime them na kailangan nila mag-cooperate sa inyo kasi awake yan ng patient most likely. So sabihin niyo na pag itusok niyo, they have to swallow. Habang every time na pinupush down niyo yung tube, they have to swallow din para i-assist. So sabihin pag na-roll niyo rin sa kamay niyo, na-lubricate niyo na, sabihin niyo sa patient, "Ma'am, sir, tusok ko na po." So either or saan man. So itusok mo sa isa sa mga nostrils. Tapos magpa-follow man talaga yan ang tube sa natural curve ng natin. Instruct na lang ang patient na mag-swallow along. Huwag niyong madaliin. Like, bigyan niyo ng time yung patient na mag-swallow along kasi makita niya talaga yan siya na mag-cough or something, which is a good sign. Dapat mas okay pag nag-cough or nag-gag yung patient. It means na nasa oropharynx ka or nasa ka. Kasi pag hindi yan nag-gag, chances are napunta siya sa ibang butas. So, if nagka-cough siya or that's good. Tapos, ayun, assist mo lang, especially pag mapunta na siya dito. And then, eventually, pag na-reach na yung tip nung measure nyo, what you're gonna do, di ba, nag-prepare tayo ng stethoscope. So, ang gagawin natin is, using yung stethoscope, is, i-auscultate natin yung abdomen ng patient. So, nakalimutan ko pa pala, isa pa pala sa i-prepare mo is parang yung malaking syringe, aseptic syringe yung tawag. Yung parang sa baboy, usually ginagamit. Kasi yung malaking syringe, kung sino yung nag-realize dito, makikita naman yung malaking syringe. Anyway, pwede you're gonna fill it with air, i-connect niyo yung end na yun dun sa yung red na part, and then what you're gonna do is, habang mag-auscultate ka, while nag-auscultate ka, introduce ka ng konting air, kaya from the syringe na yun, mag-introduce siya ng air dun sa stomach, and chances are, if tama yung pagkapasok mo sa nasogastric tube mo, makarinig ka ng parang gurgling sound sa abdomen, which is yun yung air na introduce mo sa stomach. So kung wala kang marinig, it means na you have to realign yung nasogastric tube kasi baka hindi pa siya nakahit sa stomach, baka nasa pa siya, somewhere sa esophagus. Ganun. Pero pag meron, it means na okay na yun. Patent na yung nasogastric tube. Thank you po.
Very good, Gio. See, we can really learn from our classmates. Dito siya Gio, right? Roden?
Roden.
Okay, very good, no? See, my future to teaching si Gio could I. Atik lang ka. I promise. She's very good. You're good because when I see your classmates, everyone was looking at you. That's a good sign. Tupod ka. It's really true. Sabi ko eh. Very good. See, we can really learn from our classmates, no? Everything that he explained was actually correct. No, lahat yun correct. You know what? You will be performing that most of the time, di ba, technically, it's for the physician's job. It's not nurse's job. Tama ba, Gio? Technically, it's not your work. That's not the work of nurses. That is the work of physician. Because sa daming trabaho din, sometimes nabibigay sa mga nurses na, no, overwork na kayo. Sila overwork pag yun, kahit pag procedure. Nurses na ang gumagawa. But of course, that will be your job. And you will be performing this one also in your OSCE. As sa ESM siguro or what? Most likely. Pwede pa siguro ka ng kamukha mong gano'n. Dili pa siguro, ay namin, machine ka ng dami-dami na pag-gawin. Tutuloy mo. You know what, lisod ba yan, when you have a tawag ng stroke patient, I tried that in a stroke patient. Dili pa yung matulong ng stroke patient, tama ba? Pagtulong sir, di ba, matulong na. So, sulod lang po. Medyo mulihog po, nakanala lang yung mata. Wala na, sulod na ko. Ay, sulod na cute. Pag-check na ko, ipag-check na ko patency, air, push kong air. What, Jokoy na dungog. I-open akong mouth, nigawas. Nigawas sa ilong, nigawas sa mouth. Ay, perfect ayaw. What po? Since public government na, technically dapat pag naabot sa laing lugar, you need a new NGT. O, government man, ay balik na po balik. Uy, sterile man po nila. Ako i-judge ha. Nahadlokan mo kung nila-extensionan. Nasidok. Tapos kasi. Nanananawa ko ba? Wala pa naman nasidok. Chikay sa sidok. Chikay sa niya. Anak ko ba dito? Pero wala mo ginagara-garaan na. We're learning the right way. Ilan mo eh. Anyway, gastric lavage, no, it's on the nursing side. How about in microbiology aspect? Why do we perform gastric lavage, especially in pediatric? Ang purpose naman nito is for pediatric and microbiology. Why? What's the purpose of this one? You want to detect tuberculosis. Since we're detecting tuberculosis, baka sa stomach. Lungs ba na siya? Nabay lungs ang stomach sa bata? Swallow, very good. Because remember, pediatric patient cannot swallow. Cannot expectorate. Dili sila makaluwa. But rather, they tend to swallow. So we collect specimen using gastric lavage for pediatric patient if we want to screen for possible tuberculosis. Okay, ginagawa namin yan. I performed that before when I was still a clerk. Now, usually, ginagawa namin early morning kasi magpa-fast ang patient. Okay? You will be doing that also. Tama ba? Naka-fast o? Naka-fast today siya. Okay, next one, cervix, no? Genital tract for female. Usually cervix, transfer sample here. Why do we perform or collect specimens? What's the purpose of collecting specimens for reproductive organs in terms of microbiology? Bakit kaya? Sa micro? STD, very good. Simply because we want to detect possible sexually transmitted infection. Okay? Mamalang purpose anak nila. Okay? So the instructions here, the procedure are all this similar lang. Urethra, the same. You will use a sterile swab, so everything here are the same. Okay, how about for male? All you need to do is insert a sterile mini tip swab, ipasok talaga dyan, and you have to rotate. Okay? Will that be painful? Yes. How did you know? Ha? Ano tayo ka? Nasampalan ka. Judge ng tako. Judge kay ko. It's gonna be very, very painful. Okay?
Oh my God.
Okay, again, no? Different reproductive system, the reproductive system specimen, no? Cervical, urethral, anal, prostatic fluid, vaginal, prostatic fluid, whatever. You want to detect all possible STIs and STDs. Okay? Yan ang purpose niya. Okay? Sige. How about for your ocular or conjunctival specimen? Dito sa ocular or conjunctival specimen, usually, hindi tayo gumagawa nito, but rather the ophthalmologists, no? They will be using a specialized sterilized Kimura spatula. Gumagamit sila to correct corneal scrapings here or sa conjunctival na side. Ilalagay nila sa isang smear na slide at saka lalagyan ng other smear and then that will be now to be processed or to be stained. Okay? And then viewed in the microscope. That's it. Okay? Ilang mabasa na ninyo kang parehas na dirikang ha. Okay, how about your sputum here? Expectorated sputum. Do we accept, for example, if you are for detecting tuberculosis, especially for adult, do we accept salivary sample? Yes or no? Yes or no? Di naman siya kaluwa. Salivary na maluwa. Will you process it? Yes or no? No. Okay, because again, will be saan ba galing ang saliva? Mouth, no? It does not represent the lungs. Okay? Therefore, sa lungs lang, sa mouth lang, saan ba nagmula ang ating saliva? What gland? What salivary gland? Submandibular? Sublingual? Parotid? Sino dito ang purely serous? Sino ang mucinous? Okay, laban niyo yan. Kalimutan ko na ito. Wala na, natulog ko gisto ha. Don't judge me. What type of gland is your parotid gland? Acinar? Purely acinar? Tubuloalveolar? Tubuloacinar? Oh, naglibog mo. Hindi mo sure. Mabala mo. How will you differentiate saliva from sputum? How will you know that sputum na siya din na saliva? Sputum is very thick, no? Mas baga, mas sticky. Okay? Sige. For TB, if you are going to collect for TB specimen, how many specimen dapat? How many specimen ba ang kina-collect? How many specimen?
1.
Based on the NTP guidelines. Oy, medtech, itong nagtrabaho mo. How many specimen? Pwede ba isa lang? Usually, 2 to 3. No? 2 to 3 samples. Hindi pwede isa lang. Okay? Based on your NTP guidelines. Dapat lang. Tama pa ito. Okay. Boy, tama na kang halong judgment. Oh, how about this one? Sino naging swabber dito dati? Sino naging swabber? James? Swabber po ka, James? Aside from James, another resource speaker. Nata kay Gio, nata kay James. Sabi ko isa kanina. Sino tong speaker? Sila na ba gawa? Napato. Sino pa naging speaker na siya? Wala nga, nakapit. Sino tong swabber? Sino pang swabber dito? O, sa mga UIC people? Ay, may kalimut ko. Kasi nakaswab sa inyo. Nakaswab ka lang? Ay, hindi ka UIC. Ay, SBC. Kasi UIC na rin. All UIC stand up. Ang last UIC mo explain. Siyempre, sinasab, anong isa pa rin siya? Hindi na lang ako mag-assume. Pero may something. Gano'n. Ano? Mga childhood. So, ibiyakan niyo yung mga friends. Ano, gina? Ay mo kabilang ka, safe na mo. Nakaswab ka gang? Ay, wala, di ay, sir. Tindog sa muna dito. Kasi nakaswab. Kasi nakatry og swab. Sige, nakatry lang. Kasi nakatry swab sa inyo. Sino naka-work sa inyo, Adelaide? Ano, Joy? Nalagay na. Ay, no, liar. Ano sa ka nag-graduate ka? Ako si Sao, ano sa ka nag-graduate? Naka-work ka? Wala, ikaw. 2020 naka-work? Pero nakakita ka, naswaban, nakatry ka, nag-iswaban ka. Okay, very good. Sit down, we have a speaker. At least naka-experience siya. Okay, what's her name, Doktora? Okay, Neshel. Okay, Joy. Ano sadness? Sige, Joy. Based on your experience, ano ginawa sa'yo when you had your swab? Kasi di ba, naging worker ka before. Saan ka naka-work, Neshel? Joy? Saan ka naka-work before?
Sa laboratory na sa hometown mo.
Sa hometown saan?
Matanaw.
Sa Matanaw ka? Saan sa Matanaw?
Oblasyon. Matanaw.
Saan sa hospital doon?
Ano yung laboratory sa Dalac?
Oh, Dalapo. Naka-work pa ko Dalagang. Way back 2024. Wala, 2019 ata. Nag-reliever ka dito? Ay, ikaw to nakita na ako nga mali-mali. Antik lang. Sige. Based on your experience, paano ka natusukan?
Stop it, Joyce. Joyce.
So what was done? Sige, based on your experience.
Experience lang po. Since I have never tried na nag-swab to
Okay,
a
sige.
patient. So, my experience was when we get to the collection area, so the medtech assigned us to tilt slightly our head.
Swab. Sa COVID.
Area of collection po is
Okay, ko talaga.
nostril. And then after that, they have to insert the swab and then
You have to remove the cover first.
I stand corrected. So they have to.
Joke lang.
So but after that they have to. And then they have to roll, and then after that they have to put it in
Wala man, dito
the
na.
Diyan lang sa'yo.
container wherein there is a solution wherein we have to mix the swab.
Pero try ko lang.
But did you
Hindi ako
collect
maka-
also in the mouth?
Hindi
Wala na.
siya
So one
masakit
sample.
masyado.
One sample only.
And then how many days did you
So, okay. Ganito ko.
After 2 days.
After 2 days. Okay, very good. Let's give Joy a round of applause.
Negative.
Very good. That's a representative from USC. Very good. Okay, as simple as that. No? But some hospitals would tend to use 2 samples, 2 swabs. Isa dire, dili butang dire ha. Another one for the mouth. No, they collect at the oral posterior cavity. Okay? Sige. Next one, what if you have for example, upper respiratory for tonsillitis, you collect sample for tonsillitis using our swab. But how about if you have epiglottitis? Epiglottis, what's the purpose of your epiglottis?
Separate.
Very good, no? It serves a flap so that the food will not enter the airway. Okay? So therefore, if you have epiglottitis, will you collect a sample? Mag-collecta dili. Collect dili. Epiglottitis na inflame imong epiglottis. Mukuha kag sample dili. Dili? Why? Or mo-collect na lang? Pati ma-collect sa microbiome. Mo-collect dili. No. We will not collect. Why? Because if you're going to collect, remember it's already inflamed. And then you're going to poke para hindi mo doon kayo magkuha ka. What will happen? It become more inflamed. If it become more inflamed, what will happen? Obstruction. If it's obstruction, makalisod ginawa imong pasyente. Okay? So again, if you have epiglottitis, do not collect specimen sample unless it is your enemy. Wag. Itaan na. Okay, next, superficial wound. Gusto ko lang emphasize dito, dali na po ba yung bonus. Sorry, for the superficial wound, ang gusto ko lang emphasize dito is for a vesicular type of wound. No? If it's a normal wound, then you can collect anywhere. But if it's a vesicular type, where do we collect sample? Usually where? Pag vesicular. Pag vesicular, where do we collect? Usually at the base of the lesion. Bakit sa base sa lesion? Because it is where the organism is more concentrated. Kukuha ka sa gitna, wala kang makukuha ang sample. It's gonna be malinis siya, no? Walang mag-grow sa culture mo. Again sa base of the lesion, if it's a vesicular type of lesion. Okay, urine sample. Okay, sige. Urine sample. All non-medical courses stand up. Ang last ang mo explain. All non-medical courses stand up. So walang pero mga engineering, mga accountancy, mga IT. So talang medical? Really? Kasi most of the time naman mga accountancy. I-check yun ako ang nangilad I-check na ano? Oy, kinsa. Naadjud na gang, naadjud na imposible wala. Last topic na dyan ta, almost done na ta. Who? Isa-isa ko na tong course. I have all the time, I don't care. What's your course? Bio, psychology, pharma, medtech, food tech. Pwede na, food tech? Medical na po. Pwede kaya po na yung mga medical. Naway microbio. Pwede pa rin yan. Sige, pasok na lang yan. Sige, question marks ha. Question marks ha. Kasi wala na. Question marks ha. Aligaw, kasi burot ni medtech. Question mark, ikaw rin yung ilad ha. Kasi, ako po, di ko sure. Pero naman kami mga microbio. Naman di ako may mga ilad. So, question mark. Okay, next. Medtech.
Physiotherapy. Bio.
PT.
Nursing. Psych.
Medtech.
Okay, basta mag-iwan mo medtech. Medtech ko mga ay, mangilan po ta. Ako dyan yung hutong tanan. Ay, wala ka dyan. Food tech, kabahan ka na. Food tech ha, kaya natin to. Ilaban natin to. Food tech, kapit na! Ha? Pharma.
Oh, naman isa tika sa tika.
Okay, let's give this to food tech. Okay. Para sa'yo talaga to, Doktora. Okay? Pero technically, no, you're all pre-med yun. Amaze ko. Okay, very good. Very easy rin sa inyo. Okay. Share to us how to collect urine. Based on how did you submit that, diba? Remember, you have the experience, right? Diba, I remember, I have a friend who is also a food tech. Nag-urine analysis lang sila. Remember, yan, ganyan. Naka-urine analysis daw sila, tapos nagkita kila sa crystal sa urine. Ay, wala. Asa ka nag-food tech? UP mean, asa kabakan to siya. Di ba kayo sa kabakan? Wala, mga judgers naman mo yun. Tawagan mo. Whatever, sige. Based on your experience, how did you collect your urine to submit that in the laboratory? Sige, you share to us. You're our last resource speaker.
So first, Doc, magbuha ka ng sterile na container.
Okay, very good. Like yourself to take
Then, label first. Then, punta sa comfort room.
And then?
Then, yun na, mag-urinate ka na. Then, collect.
Wrong. You remove your pants. You can't collect unless you remove. But again, what was the procedure taught by the medtech na, ma'am, pagkuha kag urine, ano itong procedure na tawag nato? Midstream clean catch. How did you perform midstream clean catch?
So, mag-ihi muna first. And then, after a while, kay kunin mo na yung urine.
Okay, let's give her a round of applause. See? Regardless of food tech, I know it. Okay, very good. Now, point lang here is, it's a midstream clean catch. Meaning to say, midstream, ipagawas ng first na collect the middle one. Okay? Why do we remove the first part of the urine? Because again, contaminated lahat, maraming bacteria, maraming squamous cells. It can obscure your result later on. So we collect the middle portion. Okay? And again, your urine must be processed within how many hours? 1 hour? 2 hours. No, usually within 2 hours. Okay? So again, mabasa naman ninyo. Kaya na siya. Basahan na gang. Basahan na gang. These are all adverse, ano tawag na? Mabasa na siya. How about this one? Ito na lang purpose. Ito na lang, last. Last slide. This is a catheterized patient. Now, you have a catheterized patient and you were asked to collect sample. Can I collect sample directly from the collection bag? Urine naman na, gang. Yaman po na. Will I collect? Yes or no? No. Because again, prolonged na kayo ni dugay na. Remember, we need to process the urine within 2 hours. Okay? So where do I collect now your urine? Using the aspiration port. Usually, dito kami kumukuha. Okay? We collect sample here at the aspiration port. And that's the sample that you will be able to collect and submit in the laboratory. Okay? Do you have any questions or clarifications?